What's poppin'?
We back again with another episode of
Brooklyn Boys. What's the radio, bro?
You was waiting for me to say something?
I don't get no I don't get none of that.
80 out.
Yo, this dude, you a different type of dude, bro.
What it do? What it do? Second week of 2025, 2 1/4. A dub and a quarter. That's what I'm gonna call it from now on. Dub quarter. My person got this for me.
Silk pajamas?
I guess.
I actually like it, but it's silky though.
Isn't it?
You look silky smooth. You got the bed done, the silk pajamas on.
You know.
I see. Came in with a big green Sherlin.
Trying something different.
Okay. 2025 looking different for you.
It's cold outside.
Okay.
Need a warm jacket.
All right, cool.
Bundle up.
You look good though.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate it.
Yeah,
You
no
do
problem.
too when you're purple orange or orange purple.
Purple orange. I didn't think about it. Orange, I'll say purple orange.
Okay, and you're purple orange.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. What we forgot to do, Suave?
Put on Moe coat.
Oh, Moe coat. Yeah, his green Sherlin. He got a green Sherlin
Trench.
trench coat.
There you
I
go.
told him if it was me, I'd just rock it with a wife beat on.
When I wear that coat, I gotta walk with a limp. That's the only thing I don't like.
All right, pimp. No
God.
problem. Yo, these lights are so bright tonight. Yo, if I'm not looking at the camera, don't be mad at me, y'all, because I can't see nothing. I don't know where the camera at. I think one is here. I think one is there. But yeah, what I was gonna say to you, how was your week, man?
My week was weeky. It was weeky. It was interesting.
Why was it interesting?
No, it was good. You know, just it's the beginning of the year, so I'm just trying to, remain focused, stay focused, be productive. Just been trying to keep up with writing, set a couple of goals. I told myself that I was going to write a certain amount of screenplays this year. I told myself that I was going to write for a certain amount of hours this year.
That's good.
Set a goal. And
That's crazy
do
because
my best to hit it.
The word today was preparation, prepare. And, a lot of times we don't prepare. You know what I'm saying? People just wait. I like to tell people, I stay ready so I ain't got to get ready. So the fact that
You made that up? Because I heard that 1,000 other
I
times.
said I like to tell myself that.
Oh, okay.
I didn't make that up. Like, this guy's crazy. He on one today, y'all. But I'm glad to hear that you staying ready so you don't got to get ready. You know what I mean? A lot of us don't prepare all the time and prepare for the future. We want a future, and we want something spectacular, but we necessarily don't prepare
Suave,
for
our
it.
light went away.
Yeah, that light is going to go out. I don't know what Suave is doing today. Oh, we didn't even shout out the Wood Steezy today. Shout out to Woodstack.
Shout out to the Wood Steezy.
Yeah, shout out to Shanice.
Shout out to Shanice Tico forever.
F that nigga. Ada. I got to be nice. Hi, Ada. Denisha.
Your brother's in the house.
Yeah, I'm going to get to him. Who else am I supposed to shout out? Shanice?
Shout out to the young lady in the house.
Shout out to Webbs and Earn in the building. Shout out to Keenan. What up, Keno? My little brother here. Yeah, I'm supposed to shout out somebody else.
You need to stop calling him. You don't tell him, yo, stop calling me your little brother, bro. I'm your brother.
That's my little brother.
It's all good. It's all good. I always say, there's no amount of money you can get or fame you can get that's ever going to make your father become your son. So I'm glad that even though you're that younger generation, it's okay to pay homage to the big bro.
Whatever this nigga
I say
saying,
fuck that nigga.
Yeah, I'm on a different journey. I'm trying to curse less, so I'm not going to.
Oh, what?
I didn't
Who?
say one curse word since I've been
Who?
here.
You?
You heard me say anything today?
Oh, nah, fuck that. No. No, fuck that. Like,
Yo.
get the fuck out of here.
Okay. I'm keeping my composure.
No. I encourage your growth, brother, so. But fuck that.
Okay, no problem. I accept it. Yeah, my week was cool, man. My moms and everybody here, so big up the moms. My moms, Pops in the building. Both of my brothers, Keenan and Jabron, is here, and my nephew, which is a riot. I said, you already know my nephew.
Oh, yeah, he slapped me in the back of my head, and he didn't even run. He just stared me dead in my face after he did it.
Yo, so I said, you ain't gonna say what's up to me? I don't get a pound. Nigga said, poof, poof, poof. I said, I don't get a hug. You didn't see me. Then he hugged me, and it said, poof, poof, poof. I said, yo, this kid, you can't. All he want to do is fight, bro.
Hey, listen, he's a little boy. He got testosterone running through him. That's a good thing.
All he want to do is fight. All he want to do is fight. But, my week has been good.
What's better, he want to fight or if he wants to dance?
Let's fight. I'm ready for the topics, man, on that note.
Okay, let's get the show started. Speaking of dancing, out in Russia, Russian police cracked down on a nightclub and fined 7 attendees for looking too, can I say that word?
What, gay?
Yeah, too gay in their choice of outfits. Your thoughts?
I think I said this last week on the show, man. We are fortunate in America that you could kind of live however you want to live. And I told people, listen, man, you ain't going to be able to go to other places. All these rules they changing that you could identify as this and identify as they and him, she and all that. Going outside, I travel a lot of the world. You go to some places and be arrested. You know what I mean? So be careful when you decide to visit and make sure you know the laws of the land, because just like here, there's no ignorance to the law here. There's no ignorance to the law other places. So be very careful, because a lot of places ain't having that.
Well, let me give a little more detail. In Tula, Russia, police fined 7 nightclub attendees for their outfits after a raid claiming they promoted non-traditional sexual relations. This crackdown aligns with the Kremlin's ongoing anti-LGBTQ+ policies. The detainees' clothing included bright colors and unconventional styles, leading to charges typically reserved for those promoting pro-LGBTQ+ material. The incident reflects the intensifying repression of LGBTQ+ rights in Russia amidst the broader cultural push for traditional values. Now, what I can say about that is,
Can I ask you a quick question?
Sure.
I'm going to jail. My color's kind of bright.
I was just that, and that's just what I was
That's
about.
kinda crazy.
That's just what I was about to say, because I've grown up with dudes that are a little flamboyant but aren't gay at all. That are straight. So, I mean, other than just suppressing people's sexual preference, I guess they're also suppressing fashion to a degree.
Yeah, that sounds crazy, because there's a lot of bright colors out here, especially in New York City. You don't necessarily got to be gay or.
Dipset, don't go to Russia.
Yeah, they get arrested. This hoodie can't go.
Speaking of Dipset, it seems that Cameron and Jim Jones are at odds.
Yeah, I heard about that, man. Well, they've been at odds for years, man. Like Cam and I wish they could get it together, man. It's so unfortunate. You know why it's unfortunate to me, though? I was a big Cam fan. You know what I mean? Especially when he came out with his first album.
Sex, Drugs, and Entertainment.
Was that the first album?
What was that?
Yeah.
That was Sex, Drugs, and Entertainment.
The crayon color box, right?
Yeah, with 357 and all of that on there. Horse and Carriage.
Yeah. So and I remember like watching. It wasn't 106 in Park at the time. It was something else they called it.
Rap City, the Basement?
No, it wasn't Rap City. It was like they had like Teen Summit, I think.
Oh, knowing you didn't have cable, so it was probably Flavor Videos.
Yeah, whatever. And I remember like Jim coming out, and they performing, and Jim had the big afro back then, and everywhere Cam was, Jim was right there. You know what I'm saying? Always supporting and just being there for Cam, and and Cam giving him the platform to do what he was able to do later on in life. You know what I'm saying? With the whole Dipset movement, and these brothers probably came up with it together, however they did it. So I know Jim a little bit. Met Cam a few times. Jewels is my man. It's just unfortunate that, whatever's going on between those guys, they can't get it together for themselves. You know what I mean? Like, they always beefing back and forth. And I wish both of them could get off what they got to get off their chest and just go back to, kind of like do what Cam and Mace did.
Well, you know what I'll say? Shout out to the Locks. Shout out to the Locks.
This guy's crazy.
No, straight up. Because this seems like it's an ongoing theme in hip hop, and and I'm no different. I mean, I've had differences in my own camp. You understand what I mean? And
it happens.
And it just seems that when it comes to us, like, we just can't coexist.
Can't figure it out together,
You
man.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's why I say shout out to the Locks. I mean, because, all these years they still been standing strong and they still together. And it's, because we just went to their concert couple of weeks ago, and, it's nothing but love between them. So shout out to them for being able to keep
even
that.
them, they probably could have had their differences.
Of course.
It probably never spilled out in the open.
Yeah.
And I just wish that, I hope there's a storybook ending for those guys, because I don't care how you feel about Cam or Jim, you know what I'm saying? Dipset created a movement, you know what I mean? And it's so funny. Dipset had some of your favorite rappers like Lil Wayne and a bunch of other people wanting to be down with that movement. You know what I'm saying? So they created something for hip hop that could never be taken away. So it's like, yo, I hope Jim and Cam can have a Cam and Mace moment where they come back, and just get back to business. You know what I mean? So.
And shout out to the Locks. Moving on. Diamond prices plummet to historic lows due to lab-grown alternatives and low demand, reports Bank of America. So you can get iced out on the cheap now. Not too cheap, but, you get iced out on the cheap.
The lab-grown diamonds, they're very expensive, man.
They are. They're still expensive. They're just at a fraction of the cost of the natural diamonds.
A couple of years ago, I tried to buy some for somebody. I can't say who. I tried to buy it. And
That's what that was?
no,
I'm joking.
When I was gonna buy it for the person, they wanted like $7,000 for this particular thing that I was trying to get. And I was like $7,000. I was like, it was gonna be like $700, maybe, not $7,000. So, listen, man, like.
Well, you have to understand
that
there really is no difference with the lab-grown diamonds and the natural diamonds. Like, it's the same process that creates them. It's just that the natural diamonds happen organically, whereas with the lab,
it's a speeded process.
It's a manufactured process, right? The coal is still put under pressure to create the diamond, but it's just the environment is created for that to happen, rather than it just happening organically by the coincidence of
I'm gonna be honest.
time.
I'm gonna be honest, man. Like, in the last couple of years, like, that was for celebrity I was about to buy. And let me just say this. I was in the diamond district getting this diamond.
Yeah, they sell lab.
Oh, yeah,
they sell, these days when you walk into a jewelry store, they have their natural diamond section and they have their lab grown diamond section.
One of the biggest jewelers that supply a lot of the celebrities was selling the diamonds.
Yeah,
they were selling those. I was trying to get them for a client that I was working with at the time. But what I'm gonna tell y'all though, and I'm gonna be honest, the same thing that you came up with the clothes, the fake clothes and all that. And I watched that documentary and they was telling you how, when the machines go off in the daytime, when they making the fake clothes, at 12 at midnight, they making the fake ones with the same machine, the same thing. And this year, I just be thinking in my head, like, we spend so much money on material things, and some of us will kill ourselves to go get it, or kill somebody else to have it. And, these companies are tricking you out of all your money. They tricking you even with the fake diamonds, tricking you with the fake clothes that they making and still giving it to you, and we still running out. To me, it's not making no sense. I feel like, however you gonna get it, get it. If you want to buy it real, buy it fake, but put your money away, man, and save your money for something else, because you can't take none of that with you. It's not worth nothing at the end of the day.
Well, there's a 64-year-old woman that felt that these 5-year-olds' private parts was worth it. Because
what?
A 64-year-old...
How we get there? What you talking about, bro?
Because
what?
A 64-year-old woman...
I don't even want to laugh, but how you get to that?
Oh, Lord.
Like, you got to slow down, bro. Like, you got to, just be easy, bro. How we get to that?
Because the next story is a 64-year-old woman was arrested after she allegedly paid 2 children $5 to shovel her driveway, gave them alcohol, then sexually assaulted them.
That's crazy. Can I ask you a question?
Sure.
How old is the kids?
Hold on. I'm going to see if I could find out.
Yeah,
you can't say sexually assaulted on social media. You have to say S.A.
Oh. S.A.'d them. Mm-hmm. Okay. I'm not sure how old the children are, but they were children. Now, what I can say is what I'm happy about, because when young males are SA'd, usually it isn't taken very seriously.
Even me, I was about to make a joke because I'm like,
yeah.
I
So
took $5.
I'm just happy that this was taken seriously and that
sorry. Yeah, I don't know if you heard what I said, but
you said what?
I'd have took $5 and some coochie.
Yeah, well, I'm happy that this was taken seriously and that she's
I'm
paying
joking,
consequences
you know what I'm saying?
for her actions, because
then,
the innocence of young men shouldn't be robbed from them.
Yeah, they should be robbed. But I'm joking. But I remember I was a kid shoveling snow, Nigga would have gave me $5. Shorty would have gave me.
Hold
$5.
on, wait, no, you didn't say shorty. You said a nigga would
No.
have gave me five. Wait a minute.
That's not what
Wait a minute, Fresher Diggs. You just said if you was a young kid shoveling snow and a nigga gave you $5. That's what you said.
I did.
That's what you said, Fresher Diggs.
I did say that.
Wait
But hold up, time
a
out.
minute.
Hold up. Time out. I like how you switched that on me. And I've been playing pause. That's a big pause moment. But when I meant nigga, I meant like a chick as a
Wait.
nigga ant. You know what I'm saying?
What you meant with a nigga is a chick, so you meant a nigga chick.
What?
What you meant like a
Look,
trans
she said
woman or
what?
a trans man?
Nah, man.
You
forget
said
it.
what you
I'm
meant by
done.
nigga
Next
was
topic,
it?
bro.
Okay,
Because
next
you know what I
topic.
meant.
Okay.
But okay, cool.
Next
That was a
topic.
good one. You caught me out there with that one. That's good. That's
A
good.
Brooklyn dollar van driver was shot and killed allegedly by a competitor in a deadly dispute. Was this on Flatbush or Utica?
Yo, listen, man. Dollar Vans, they've been wilding. They been cut. Yo, I got cut off the other day by a Dollar Van. Me and him, you know, it ain't. Once again, I'm on my zen. It's not even worth it to argue with these niggas, man, because they will pop you, cut you off. This nigga cut me off at a red light. He was trying to run.
Wow.
Like, listen, man. It is what it is, man. Like, I'm not surprised at that. You surprised at that in Brooklyn?
not
And
at
for
all.
those that don't know, a Dollar Van is a van that picks you up. They so listen.
They run the bus routes.
They run the bus routes, but they so aggressive in New York City. You know, New York City don't like giving up the money to nobody, but they allow them to operate
Because they were
freely
going to operate anyway.
anyway out here. So yeah, if you don't want to take the bus, you can opt to take a Dollar Van. And you know, listen, I don't know if all of them are insured, but ride at your own risk.
And our next topic, my question is, are you dumb? A French woman, Anne, was scammed out of over $800,000 after being convinced she was dating Brad Pitt online.
I'm done.
The scammers posing as Pitt and his mother claimed he needed money for cancer treatment due to financial struggles after his divorce. Using AI-generated images and daily messages, they manipulated Anne, who was emotionally vulnerable during her own divorce. She only suspected the scam after seeing Brad Pitt with his real girlfriend on TV. Thoughts, Styles?
I don't even know what to say there. That's like the most. I can't even say the R word, but that's, you know what that means. What I'm gonna say.
Yeah, but you know, but at the same time, man, and I keep saying this, man. We don't realize how fortunate we are just to be born with the talents and the gifts to draw people to us. There are a lot of people in this world that are very lonely, man.
Yes, people are plaguing on people loneliness.
Yeah,
bro.
who are basically craving and desiring company, attention. You understand what I'm saying?
Yo, listen.
And they're being preyed upon.
But,
I
you
think
know-
that's sad.
No, that's sad. But you know, listen.
And you know Brad Pitt she was talking to was from Nigeria.
Nigerian Brad Pitt is diabolical. But yo, in even having that conversation, you know, a friend of mine recently showed me that she had a AI boyfriend, kind of sort of.
Crazy.
Like she talks to it online, like she pays for an app and talks to it. And it's funny because a friend, another homeboy of mine told me the same thing, but he didn't have it as a girlfriend yet. It's like a homeboy. He was like, yo, you could go to this app, right? And you could just talk to it.
And why would I do that?
I don't know. He said, yo, he said, I saw it online. I just tried it. And he talked hood ebonics to me back and everything. Like
But why would I
he
talk?
hit me up like, yo, what up, man?
Why when I could just pick up the phone and call a real person?
I don't know, but look, she got a boyfriend that's an AI boyfriend.
Would you be okay with that?
And my lady had an AI boyfriend?
Yes.
It wouldn't bother. Listen,
I would not.
you know what the crazy, I don't think that's the question you ask. Say you go in the crib and you catch your girl cheating. You ever seen them cheating videos when the girl come in the crib and the dude like he getting a fake head and she kicked him and she kicked the, you know what I'm saying? What if you like go in the crib and like turn over everything in the crib on your girl because you saw
What
it
if your girl, because she's playing, what if
'Cause she talking to AI?
What if she's masturbating and you realize that she's masturbating to this AI? How would you feel about that?
It's like masturbating to porn.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
Because there's a relationship being formed. Because this AI is getting to know, and
Webb's got a relationship
hold on,
with his porn.
Hold on, and this is the problem. You have to
Webb.
understand. Hold on. This is the problem. You have to understand that as men, we're already fighting against the perfect motherfucker, this perfect imaginary motherfucker that exists in every woman's head. That's number one, right? I don't need a manifestation of that in an AI, right, who makes that motherfucker real.
Nah, I hear
And
you.
then there's going to be this constant comparison because, bro, that's how women are. So when
but I
you
don't think
treat
that-
her certain ways or when you speak to her certain ways, in her mind, she's going to be like, yo, the AI don't speak to me like
Yeah,
that.
but I think that I don't think that's I think that's a human trait.
I
I
think
think a
it's-
man can feel the same way too.
I think it's a setup for failure. I think it's emotional cheating.
Listen, man, AI, get ready for AI. This is what it's gonna be.
Allen Iverson could keep his ass in Philadelphia. Bro.
Yo, I think AI is a good thing, especially with the VR. If you have like the AI with the VR and then you have like the fake butt and the AI, I think it could be cool.
I'm not with it. I don't like it. I don't like it at all because
I think it would stop less people being
As-
lonely and stop,
okay,
the
but
R
as-
word from happening.
But as
that
AI
often.
evolves, it is the bigger gap of disconnect between human beings and nature. You have to understand that right now we're dealing with the desocialization of so many children in this younger generation because of iPads and phones. Bro, it's only going to get worse.
Yeah, but guess what?
And we're,
It ain't going nowhere. What
we're
you gonna do with
creating, hold on, we're creating more and more narcissists and we're creating more and more sociopaths
Listen,
because
but
of,
it ain't
because of
gonna
these
go nowhere.
technologies.
It ain't gonna go nowhere.
No, I understand.
You got to find ways to combat it and live with it. So, listen, I think
I know
it
how.
could be, how.
Break the phone, break the iPad, break the computer. If you catch
go
a
back
woman
to caveman
talking
days.
goddamn AI.
Go back to caveman days.
Call it what you want to call it.
No problem, caveman. Moe the Barbarian.
Listen, it is. I do what I have to.
Moe the Barbarian, no problem.
Out in New Jersey, a Montclair teacher was charged in a threat to kill his principal. The teacher made a threat to shoot and kill the principal of his school on social media. The teacher was charged with making terroristic threats, and the school in that district was shut down for the day.
So you talking about Montclair the coat?
Montclair, New Jersey.
Oh, okay. That's what Montclair the coat.
Oh, by the way, that wasn't funny.
I'm just asking, bro.
Nah, Montclair, New Jersey.
Yeah, I'm like, okay. I don't know what you're talking about.
What do you
but-
think about that? A teacher was charged with he was putting threats on social media saying he was going to kill the principal of his school. So they charged him with
They charge the
terroristic
kids
threats.
the same way. I think. What is it? They should have paid them some money, but yeah, this is.
Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a
Because
question.
when the kids do it, they charge them too.
But let
parents.
me ask you a question. How many times in your lifetime have you worked somewhere where you didn't like someone? You'd be like, man, I'd love to kill this motherfucker, right?
Yeah, but I ain't say that on the internet.
But my question to you is this, because I know for a fact, and I've always thought of Twitter this way. Twitter is nothing but thinking out loud. It's writing out your thoughts, right?
Yeah,
But
in the beginning.
so my question,
Not anymore.
my question to you is this: if I type out my thoughts and I say I would love to kill this motherfucker, does that really prove intention to do it? I mean, I think that's an important question.
Yeah, listen, it doesn't. But we got a bunch of cases in this country
Where people do.
where people lost, hundreds and thousands of people lost their life, and somebody wrote it out and nobody took it seriously. So if you lose one life, if one life is at jeopardy, may be at jeopardy, you got to take it seriously. You can't play with it.
Okay, but in the same breath, we have hundreds of cases where people walk into banks and rob banks. Does that mean people should be locked up as soon as they walk into the door of a bank?
Yeah, but they're not giving the note and say, give me all your money.
Okay, but the person didn't follow through with the act. So just because somebody typed on a computer and then went and did it doesn't mean that just because somebody else types on a computer, if they don't follow through, that they should be charged.
Listen, you got a daughter that's in school right now. God forbid if a person came in there and shot up the school and she was in the school, God forbid, and you found out there was a letter that was sent to the school or sent on social media that kid said he was going to shoot up his classmates. You would be outraged.
I'm not.
Nobody stopped
I'm
it.
not
Nobody said anything.
No, I'm not saying you're wrong. All I'm doing is playing devil's advocate. I mean, we have to really think about where this is going. You understand what I mean? Because I think that the direction in this is where this is going. I mean, it's like it's going to Minority Report, where if you think about something, you're going to be held guilty for it pretty soon. In all honesty.
Now I hear what you're saying.
Because
I don't think the charges could be.
because technology is getting to the point where they will be able to access our thoughts.
No, I'm not saying that. I hear you. It's a slippery slope. But like I said, not even. I think people got to also be more mindful. Yo, I can't put this out here like that because if I say it, it's like the jokes we say. We got jokes we say between us. We can never say here because people will take it somewhere else. When our hearts is not really in that place, we just cracking jokes, especially on how we came up. We was able to say certain things amongst each other, and it was normal. Now they take that normalcy, and we have to use our wherewithal to go, hey, I just can't do that anymore because we don't live in that type of world. So people, especially as a teacher, you know how much teachers are starting to pack guns and go to school. So if you know what type of environment you're in, what type of country you're in, you have to have the wherewithal again to go, yo, I'm not doing it.
No, I agree with you. I
gotta use
totally
better
agree with
judgment.
you. But I'm just, once again, we could leave it there. A bit of good news. And once again, shout out to Trump, because I know that he's the one that kind of set this ball in motion. The FDA bans, and we've heard about this substance for quite some time, and the links to it causing cancer. The FDA bans red dye number 3 from food, drinks, and ingested drugs in the U.S. Because of the fact that, studies have found that it relates to people getting cancer. And we do know that Trump appointed Robert Kennedy Jr. as head of the FDA, and he's on this mission to pretty
Get
much
to clean up food and stuff like that.
to clean up
Yeah.
food and things like that. So I mean, I think that that's a great thing. Your thoughts? Because Trump is behind it.
Nah, I'm not Trump nothing, but
No, I'm just asking
we,
your
we,
thoughts.
we should have been did it. So been did the cleaning up of food, and you go to any other country. It's so funny. I just saw my boy in the gym day before yesterday, and he was in Colombia for like the last month, couple days or something. And I'm like, yo, you lost mad weight. He said, it's so crazy. All I've been doing is eating and drinking all day. And I tell people, when you go to other countries,
It's not all those preservatives.
all those preservatives, all those dyes, all those cancer stuff inside the food, inside the food products. So guess what? He can eat like a monster. He said, I actually eat more there than I eat here. And I just lost mad weight. He lost like about 25, 30 pounds, bro. In 30 days, just eating whatever he wants.
Biden didn't do it.
Okay. I'm not getting into that. You're not dragging me into that. I hear you. I see what you're trying to do.
I'm not trying to do nothing.
Go ahead.
Oh man. On that note, the CDC also says the cases of the norovirus are surging in parts of the U.S., with most cases in New York City, Florida, and California.
I don't know what that is.
The norovirus is this new virus that's spreading in China, and
What does it do?
it's like a really bad cold, bro. Like, I think it's like a respiratory nasal infection type
I put
thing.
it like this. Look, man, we're going to have so many viruses in the next 5 years, probably, and we all going to be immune in the next 10 years to everything that they got out there, because it's just more new stuff coming out and coming out and coming out. Either we going to melt away and just die away, or we just going to adapt to every kind of virus, man. It's just every week there's something new. I can't even keep up no more. I never even heard of that one. Last week was the bird flu. This week is this.
Monkeypox.
Monkey is a bunch of stuff every week, man. I don't know what the world is, what's happening.
Well, in some great world news, Israel and Hamas have reached a
Yes, I
ceasefire
saw
deal
that.
that will pause the war and release the hostages,
Yeah,
and they can
I
stop
hope so.
playing, and they can also stop playing
so.
those propaganda commercials during Christmas about they held my friend's hostage. They can't. Yeah, they're gonna stop doing that.
So hopefully,
Santa, can you please?
I'm not even playing with that. But
I'm
yeah.
not playing with nothing. I'm just saying that I thought that was crazy. I've never seen like that was wild propaganda. But anyway.
Yeah. Listen, man, I'm glad to. I'm glad. Yeah, I'm not even getting into that with you. I'm glad they could come to a ceasefire, and hopefully they could stay like that, and people could regain back their lives, and families could get back to being families, and towns and villages and cities could be rebuilt. I'm looking forward to that. You know what I mean?
Okay. Well, bringing it back home, I mean, with one of the biggest stories that's going on in the U.S. right now, which is the California wildfires, which is truly a sad situation, because so many people have lost their homes, lost their properties, have been displaced, are homeless now due to these fires. Speaking at a briefing Monday night with Vice President Kamala Harris and emergency officials, Biden pledged to cover 100% of disaster response costs for the next 6 months. He emphasized immediate aid for victims, including a one-time payment of $770 per resident to purchase essentials like water, baby formula, and prescriptions. Nearly $5.1 million in assistance has already been distributed, and approximately 33,000 residents have registered for help through FEMA. Now, what I'd like to say about this is every time I hear the word Ukraine, I hear the word billion in the same sentence. How come when I hear California, I hear million? Interesting. Your thoughts?
Listen, man, it's just sad, and I don't even understand the destruction that's happening in California. This has happened. It's mind-boggling to me, man, to see people looking like they live in a third world country in America.
Yeah, it's nuts.
It's nuts to me, man. Something being done, I'm glad. Can more be done? Yes. I think what Biden needs to do, or Trump coming into office, y'all need to force all those insurance companies to pay for everything that those people were paying for insurance all these years on their homes. I think that's one of the biggest things that needs to happen. Yes, people are displaced, and yes, people need money and essentials.
But what they really need back is the
Back is
value
their
of their
homes.
homes.
Yep.
Or even, and it's not even the value of their homes so that they can at least have the opportunity to start over. Because for them to have to take that loss to the chin, nah, that's not right.
Yeah, they need to fix that ASAP. You know what I mean? They need to hold those insurance companies accountable. That's what I think needs to happen.
Okay. Well, we had touched on last week the changes that Mark Zuckerberg was making with Meta. We had spoke to the fact that there were going to be no more fact checkers, and that Meta was going to rely on community-based notes. So basically, just social media users reporting posts that they think are inappropriate or that they think is bullying. Now, also, Mark Zuckerberg removes transgender and non-binary themes and announced Meta would change its rules to allow users to declare that LGBTQ plus people are mentally ill on Facebook and Instagram.
I think that's a good thing. Not about people insulting people. What I think is good is an even playing field. If you're gonna let one group of people do it, then let all group of people do it. What happens is, I always tell you about this incident. I remember a client I was working with had put something on Instagram against, not really against, they just said like in a joke, like, I'm not gay, right? And when they said that, Instagram deleted the post. And then they put back up the skit, and they said, yo, I'm not gay. And Instagram immediately went to their post and told them their page, like, look, you put this up again, we'll
delete your page.
suspend you for Instagram. And it always bothered me in my head because I'm like, wait a minute. I had people call women bitchs.
You can say the N-word.
I said people call niggas. I've seen people been shot on Instagram. And they pick one group of people to not, that you can't talk about, or couple of groups of people that you can't touch. And then the other group of people is like, you can say whatever you want about it. And my thing, I was always mind boggled by that. So for me, if you're gonna make it, either you cut it off for all people, or everybody gotta be leveled and play by the same rules.
Well, for me,
one more thing.
Okay.
The last thing I want to say, and I also think it's a great business move for Mark Zuckerberg. I think Mark Zuckerberg, Trump is coming to office.
Oh, yes, the new regime.
The new regime is coming in, and he following suit. And he going to do whatever is best for business for that time. And I believe if a Democrat come back in or somebody else goes, yo, we not having that, Mark Zuckerberg will also go back to old policies all over again. I think he just doing whatever is good for his business, and that's what's happening.
Well, I'll take it one step further. I mean, what makes me happy about it is hopefully this is a step in the direction of the preservation of free speech. You understand? Because since COVID and the pandemic, like on social media, there hasn't been free speech.
Yeah, big up to Rizza Islam, man. Hopefully we could get him back on Instagram, just doing what he was doing.
Rizza Islam, Sean King, they
Bunch
took
of them,
off.
they took all of
They
that.
took
Yeah,
Sean King off of.
I love Rizza, man. Yeah.
But moving on, this is kind of interesting. And I really want to know your thoughts on this. And I definitely have something to say because this kind of relates to a story that we talked about last week, right? So a mother says that her sons will not receive the portion of their inheritance if they have a child out of wedlock, right? The mother's tweet is, our sons are aware that if they have babies out of wedlock, they'll lose their inheritance for them and will have to start from scratch. We were clear about this prior to having children, talking about her and their father. Most boys are comfortable with doing this because they have zero standards, expectations, and inheritance. You have to incentivize good behavior and decisions. Now, it's so funny because I saw this post, and under the post, just as she said, I like that, were 1,000 women saying, yes, 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 men need to be more responsible. But it kind of takes me back to what we talked about last week, where it was the young lady at the church who had the baby out of wedlock, and the pastor had her apologize, and people were angry because of this. You know, because to me, what's the difference between the two other than one is about a boy and the other was about a female?
Same. It's the same concept. It's the same.
It's the same concept.
Yeah. And my answer is gonna be the same. I think sometimes we have to respect people how they choose to raise their kids, or the communities that their kids come in. It's no way me and you could go into a Hasidic Jew neighborhood and tell them how to raise their children and how they.
There's no way we can go into a Muslim community and tell them.
So,
and feed their kids pork.
Yeah. So if that's how they choose to raise their children and it's not harmful to their children, listen, man, people gotta be able to raise their kids in the world that they see fit for them and their children.
But I also,
as long as it's healthy.
But I also think that at the end of the day, when daily, we complain about the culture, we complain about the way things are. You understand? And until we begin to hold ourselves, our children, and everyone accountable, brother, there's really not going to be a change. So I commend this mother and this father for deciding that although society and the world is trying to tell our children that this is okay, it's not okay for us.
No, I hear you. I'm not mad at you. I told you what I thought last week, man.
Also moving on. So this guy actually put up this post, and he said that this young man that posted this on social media, he said that his baby mama asked him to pay her light bill. Okay. He asked how much was it. She said $430.
I feel like it's a math equation, but go ahead.
So he did what any real nigga would do, right? And he said the light people, the electric company.
Electric company, okay.
And they told him the balance was $97.38.
Okay.
So he went and paid it and called his baby moms and told her, don't worry about the light bill. He already paid it. She said, what you mean you already paid it? He said he called up there and they told him it was only $98, so he paid it off. And now she's mad. And now she said that he's a lame ass, nosy ass nigga. What do you think? Your thoughts?
I think he did the right thing. She was about to get him for $300 extra, bro. You know what I'm saying? He did the right thing. Look, he could have said he wasn't paying the light bill. Then you would have been mad at that. Now you tried to gaffle him, to gas him to give you more money.
That is gaslighting at
the highest. And guess
level.
What? It was petty for him to call it.
Was it petty though?
It is petty, but I'm gonna say this.
You know why I don't think it's
wait,
petty?
I'm just gonna say it is petty, but her behavior I
was just about to say, by this point, I'm sure he knows who he's dealing with.
Yeah,
so for him to go do that is because this probably isn't the first time she's done that. You understand? So now he knows how to deal with her. I don't think it's petty.
Listen, before I pay something short, let me see the bill first. I want to see it. And I don't want to see the suave bill neither, because give me the suave bill is going to be a problem.
Oh, yeah. You know what the suave bill is.
Don't give me the suave bill, man. Don't give me the suave bill. Matter of fact, I want it straight out the mailbox, bro.
I can do those too.
Oh.
Now you know what's crazy? Here's something, and we've talked about the TikTok shutdown multiple times, right?
I don't think it's happening.
Well, they said it's going to happen, but here's something.
If it happens, it's coming right back.
Here's something we didn't think about, and I really want to ask you this question because a woman posted on Instagram, right, and she says, "I have $2,000 rent and a $1,000 car note for a 2025 Mercedes SUV I just purchased. What the fuck am I gonna do if TikTok is banned? I'm an influencer, right?" So now, a lot of people are under the comments saying, "Oh, you should go get a job. Oh, blah, blah, blah." But influencer is a job if you're making money off of it, for one. But my question to you is, should the government have to pay TikTok influencers a severance since by forcing TikTok to shut down, they're shutting down many influencers' incomes. I think that's a serious question.
I think that's a good. Yeah, I think they should. Not only that they should. I think the reason why TikTok is being shut down, one of the many reasons, because you can't, since an outside company owns it outside of America, they can't control the financial system that's happening. And people don't really understand this. I keep telling people this, man. And before the pandemic and during the pandemic, some of the most millionaires was made ever just off of Instagram and influencers, right? And just not just Instagram influencers, but people selling product through Instagram. If you notice, the algorithm changed a long time ago. You used to could get, if you had 1,000 followers, you could see at least 80 to 90% of them and get to them. You could get access to the people that you had. You had 1 million followers, you could get to the 90% of the million followers that you had if you were selling the hair care product, beard care, fingernails, a t-shirt, a sweater, whatever. Now, and people was making money fast. For whatever reason, we in a pandemic almost now, where a financial pandemic, you know what I'm saying, crisis, and our government wants to slow down the rate people can make money.
Of course.
So Instagram, now you got to buy ads and, yeah, they make more money, but they could have made money other ways without stopping you from.
But I don't think that really has anything to do with the government.
Listen, I think it has. I think just like you seen Mark Zuckerberg play suit for what's the new regime that's coming in. They play suit for what's happening. Yo, we had a record number of millionaires. That hasn't happened since.
I agree.
TikTok is one of the only platforms that's still making money at a record rate.
But TikTok is relatively new. What you have to understand is these businesses are for profit, right? And at the end of the day, that's just the nature of business, that every year they're figuring out how to make more money, right? And if they realize that their users are making more money than they're taking in, they're going to begin.
No, the users ain't.
Wait, but just understand what I'm saying. Every company, I don't care if a company makes $100 trillion this year. When they have their board meeting at the end of the year, it's how do we make more next year?
Mo, you still don't have to stop the consumer from making their money.
But that's not the company's interest.
Yo, Mo,
you have to.
Mo, I am telling you for a fact. I don't want to tell you the factuals, but I'm telling you for a fact. It was so many millionaires being made.
I'm not saying there wasn't.
They had to slow stuff down. And if you understand TikTok, you got two companies that's already ready to take the place of TikTok. One is government owned and one is privately owned. So they can control that base of people that's leaving the TikTok platform. And now they got other people trying to buy TikTok also.
When it comes to the government, I don't think it's about the money being made. I think it's about the access to information and the government not being able to filter what information is being put out there to the people, bro. I think the government is more concerned with that than anything.
That's the propaganda they keep feeding you. They keep telling you, oh, this stuff. Trump just came out the other day and said, yo, the reason why he won, one of the big reasons why he won the youth segment of the voting is because of TikTok.
Because of social media.
He said
because of
TikTok.
But this is what I'm telling you. That is the fact that the government doesn't have. Because even Kamala, that was part of the ticket that she was running on, that they were going to censor social media more, that these social media companies would be responsible for the information that's being put on their platforms.
You can still make rules. If that's the case, you can still make rules for TikTok here, right? Just like there's rules in China. China don't has the same running system, algorithm system that we have here. You can make rules for TikTok without banning TikTok. You can make rules. So what you're saying? There's rules that could be placed. To stop all that.
But the TikTok thing, with it being based in China, was about a foreign country having access to so much of our information.
Mad foreign countries has mad access. When I'm telling you, a big part of this thing, man. I'm telling you, you got to regulate.
No, I'm
the
not,
money.
bro.
I'm not saying
I'm not saying you're wrong. I mean, I
know
know
people that made millions of dollars off of Instagram
and
YouTube
too, of course.
And now you can't make I know a dude that was making $10,000 I mean, $100,000 a
Yo,
month.
so let me ask you a question.
Now he's making
so,
$1,000.
so if that's the case, is the government running Tubi too? Because people were making millions of dollars off of putting their content on Tubi last year, and guess what? Tubi changed their guidelines because you know why? Because it is the nature of the business,
like
bro.
I told you, Mo, Tubi is now publicly traded, and Tubi is now being bought out, and they changing their operating system. What I'm telling you, with these companies, people were making millions. He had record numbers
I
just
understand.
from social media alone, and it's time that you probably never see again. But I guess you wasn't making no money, so you don't care. But go ahead.
This guy's crazy.
Brokey. But go ahead.
I don't like that joke
Why not?
because it ain't funny.
You don't want to be brokey?
I'm not brokey.
All right, so Richie,
But
brokey,
anyway,
Richie, but go ahead.
Staying on the topic of social media.
We're going back to social media?
Yeah, listen, they're saying that it's the end of an era. They're saying women who once dominated the internet without having to do much except serve body and angles, known as Instagram models, on the app that once ruled the World Wide Web, and now the OGs, and a new era has risen that has been in the works for years, which is about creators, influencers, and content creators. So you remember how it was all about, you know,
Like OnlyFans or something like that?
no, the IG models.
Oh, you're just talking about
the
strictly IG models.
Yeah, so basically, the IG models were getting the bulk of the followers, right?
Mm-hmm.
At a point in time when it came to Instagram. But they're saying that now the new people that are taking the lead are, you know, the content creators, the
that.
influencers, are the
I
streamers.
I hate seeing chicks that just show their body all the time. Like, I like it. Like, I can see, like, once in a blue moon. But when I start seeing that's all you show, I stop following you or I don't want to see it no more. Like, I get tired of it. So
But do you think that this is a new era, and do you think that streamers, content creators, and influencers are now getting the bulk of, you know, the eyeballs,
I think people wanna be
on social
entertained.
media?
But so many pictures and videos you can put up, bro.
Okay.
It was a girl we were talking about. Well, I don't want to say her name. I won't give her no big up. But you remember she had the messed up teeth, and your man used to love her.
Oh, I know
what
you're
I'm talking about, right?
talking about.
Like, I can't watch her no more. Like, I can't.
So
like,
you used to watch it?
Yeah, I knew who she was before he put me on.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but I can't. Like, it's like, how much is that you gonna do, love? Like, you got 1,000 pictures of the same thing. Like, no, I want to see something that stimulate my brain, and especially.
So was she stimulating your brain before?
I think she was stimulating something else. But, yeah, I like to watch. You know what I find myself watching on a lot of these apps, especially Instagram, things that I can learn from, like, or things that I didn't know about before. You know, recipes and, you know, food
Like
places.
the alphabet page.
What? I didn't know the alphabet. Yeah, I didn't like that joke. Now I'm you. I didn't like that joke. This guy's crazy. But anyway, yeah. So yeah, I find myself watching more of that stuff. I don't know if that's age or not, but yeah, I find myself watching more interesting things.
Okay, well, let's head to some celebrity news. Drake drops his old lawsuit and now files a new defamation lawsuit against UMG for allegedly promoting Not Like Us in spite of him, claims they helped Kendrick Lamar secure the Super Bowl halftime show so he could perform the song on a big stage. Do you think that UMG, do you think that was their intention? Do you think that that's the setup? I mean, what are your thoughts on
So
this?
let's go back to your premise. I think it doesn't matter. It could have been Kendrick Lamar, anybody else. Whatever song was making them the most money, whatever artist they making the most money, that's who they're gonna put their time and energy to. Kendrick was on fire, and UMG is gonna put their attention and everything into that, because that's what's gonna get them the most money. When you own part of Spotify and Apple and all that other stuff and those streams, you, like you said, you got people that you gotta account for when you started being traded publicly. There's a board, you know what I'm saying? They want their money. Everybody want their bread. So I could believe that. Now Drake's suing for that. I think that's a little crazy. I think it's crazy if you're suing for that. Like, I think that could be crazy and a little problematic for him. I understand because he probably feel like, yo, he performed this on the Super Bowl, Bo, that's gonna crush me.
But you know what though?
But I don't think it will crush him. I think Drake need to go sit down
I think
and go create some dope music, and he'd be all right.
I think people are getting too sensitive, right? In this day and time. And the reason I say this, I think it's since the beginning of time, right? Labels put their support behind whatever's working. At the moment in time, you understand what I'm saying? And other artists get disregarded, left on the shelf, and whoever's hot at the moment, bruh, they put their energy behind. So I don't know if this is particular to this Kendrick Lamar Drake thing. I think I think labels have always gone with who was the best bet.
Yeah.
Or who appears to be
and I think
the
Drake,
sure thing. You know what I
Drake
mean? The
need
closest
to
thing to a sure thing.
take a page out of the Jay and Nas battle, man. You know, Jay, it's almost the same thing back in them days. Nas was more of the underdog, even though you had big Nas fan, but
Yeah, Jay wasn't suing Hot 97 for championing the Ether record.
You know what I'm saying?
Right?
Like, and Jay just came back, and even though people thought saying Jay was over, Jay done.
Yeah.
He just came back
Kept
and made
dropping music. He just
more
kept dropping
music, hotter
music.
music. That's all you got to do.
Same thing Ross did with 50.
And I think also, to me, Drake is the better artist to me when you
I think so as well.
when you like just give you consistent hits. Like, you know, it's so funny. And I'm not saying you might like Kendrick better, or you might like how he rap, but I was driving from like state to state, and
Are you Method Man in Belly?
I was if you listen to the radio station that kept changing, it'd be like 12 to 1 Kendrick record that would play. And there's only one. They never went back. They were going back from Drake beginning of his career, the middle, all the features, like every station throughout the states. Like, it was crazy. So I say better in that regard, right? So for me, it's like, yo, dude, go back and just go create more music. You have something that people like. And I
Drake,
don't think,
go back to rapping, bro.
and I don't think nobody's in his space yet. I don't think nobody got the melodies like he got.
I
Nobody got the could do the big records like he do consistently. Go back to do what you're doing,
I think
bro.
you need to go back to rapping for a little while and just put the singing down for a minute. You know, just switch it up. Like, and I think that's all he really needs to do. Just take it back to the lyricism for a while. You know what I'm saying? Drop some good music, and that'll be that. One thing about the hip hop audience is motherfuckers have a short-term memory, bro. They have a very short-term memory, in all honesty. You know, once you drop something hot, they forgot what the hell happened last week. Because I'll use the 50 Ja Rule as an example, right? 50 was killing Ja. When Ja dropped I'm From New York with Fat Joe, it's like there was no. It's like that didn't even happen. And then, you know, after that.
And I think that's a good example, too, even to go back to that battle. Irv talked so much, even after 50 was clearly the winner, I think that hurt Ja Rule more than anything. Irv, he wasn't suing.
He kept it alive.
He just kept going. It's like, yo, just
kept it
fall
alive.
back. Let Ja go make music.
I always say stop breathing life into what you want to die.
Die. That's it. Like, leave Irv, shut up. Let 50 go do what he doing, and just keep creating hot music with Ja and whoever you got over there. But Irv kept on antagonizing.
But I think his strategy
Ego.
was pretty much 50 was the biggest thing right now. So if we talk about the biggest thing, then it's going to keep breathing life in. No, because that actually killed y'all.
And I think that's what Drake got to do. Stop breathing life and just go do what you know how to go do best, bro.
Okay.
Let's
Well,
go
in another bit of celebrity news, this is, you know, kind of the other side of the coin with so many breakups happening lately. Tia Mowry and ex-husband Corey Hardrick are apparently working things out.
Oh, that's good, man. I love to see people get back together. I love that people see it didn't work out once. You went outside, you didn't find nothing better, or you figured out that you and this person actually do work together. If y'all could just tweak it and y'all come back together.
Or you went out there and realized the dating pool has pee in it.
Oh, they definitely got pee in it. A whole lot of pee.
Styles is swimming in pee right now.
Yo, these guys crazy.
Okay, so in another bit of celebrity news, I'm not sure who this rapper is. I am not familiar with him. I'm not sure if you are. Rapper K.O. sentenced to 37 years in prison for unaliving his rival at a kid's birthday party, then bragging and revealing crucial info about it in a song.
We can skip this topic, bro. I just can't. I just gotta go. Next topic, bro. I don't know who he is, but when you just said he's bragging about it, I can't. Like, I got
Crazy.
yeah.
Crazy.
topic.
Shit crazy. Uncle
Yeah,
Murder.
if y'all know better about now, I don't know what to tell y'all.
Also, as well, social media users are criticizing a post that Little Kim made. In the post, she prays to Jesus that God sends a monsoon to LA. So, you know, a monsoon is very, very heavy rain. And people are criticizing her because they're like, so you want to help one disaster by sending another disaster, you know? And I mean, of course, she didn't mean anything bad by it. She just meant, you know, there's been a drought in LA for God knows how long. So to send some rain over there, I think people are being extra sensitive, and people are always looking for a reason not to like you, man. Something to talk about. And one last thing, going back, this is a bit of news that I had actually skipped. Walgreens CEO admits it was bad business to lock up their products to combat shoplifting. He said you don't sell as many of them when they're locked up. You don't sell as many products.
Because nobody comes to the glass, bro. You get tired of waiting.
Well, I was about to say that because I know a lot of times.
You know how many times I be pressing the bell?
A lot of times, yeah. A lot of times when we're out shopping,
Even
we
Target,
be sitting there waiting, and then
Ain't
after a while, it'll be like, yo, you know what? Forget it,
They
man.
ain't paying nobody to stand in each aisle and do that, man. Listen, yeah, I can see that. I can see that.
And with that said, those are our topics for the day.
Shout out to Asani and Miss Portia. What's up, Portia? Asani was popping.
Why you got the name of your car? Do you name your kids Alexis and Mercedes? Porsche?
Yo, that's him saying that, Portia. I ain't got nothing to say about that.
But anyway, this has been another episode of Brooklyn Boys Radio. Shout out to the Wood Steezy,
Shout out.
Shineezy. Shout out Swizzle.
Shout out Earn on the low.
Holla.
He really on the low.
What about Tico?
Tico forever.
You know what I got to say to you, Tico.
And shout out to the young lady in the house.
Keenan. Whatever.
Ivory Wayans. Brooklyn.
We out.
We out.